Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Veteran Mountain Man on a Spiritual Thursday, and this week I want to talk about karma a little more in depth. What I mean by that is this. Karma is not exactly like commerce. It's not a this for that kind of thing. The idea that what you do comes back on you is a little more intricate than that, because it's not, well, I did this to somebody and now I'm going through it. It is more, I wronged this person in a way that hurt them to this level. And so now I'm going to be injured either in myself or in my life or in society to that level. And it also works the opposite way. I did these things to help these people. And it could be that in a time when you need help, somebody will be standing there to do the same for you. So don't attempt to make karma a static concept, because it truly isn't. And nobody really knows exactly what will happen and how it will affect your life. And so the conservative point of this is that because it works both directions and because it is intrinsically amorphous, so you can't know exactly how it affects you, this concept will dictate your general behavior towards others. And for the most part, it does. It's one of the reasons that conservatives give to charities without mentioning their name. It's the reason that conservatives encourage their children to do volunteer activities before going to college, and why activities such as helping your community and even holding office when you can, or creating jobs, or trying to grow and expand your business instead of holding it static, are things that conservatives regularly push and do. It's because these things help their community in different, tangible, effective ways. And they see that as a net positive, and therefore they're going to get a net positive back. But they don't necessarily do it for the net positive. They do it because they don't want the net negative. And so this concept of karma actually creates a very simple morality structure that is very intrinsic to paganistic concepts, as well as even Christianity and other such, where you have specific laws, and those laws are punishable, and other things are okay. These are all basic morality structures. And any true pagan who expresses and really believes in their morality structures should actually be fairly conservative in their life. It's not about going back through some historical text and finding some obscure law in some obscure country and stating, because of this law, I have to do this as well. It more has to do with the ideas of the moral code that your spiritual group teaches and adheres to, and holding to those codes. Now, there are plenty of textual realists out there that will tell you, no, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the X, the Y, the Z is exactly as it should be written, verbatim, and you should follow every bit of it. Many of these people are actually authoritarianistic. And they're not the kind of people that I, as a conservative, like to associate with. I often get lumped in with them, and I tend to tell people, well, no, not really. This is actually my holding of this. And mine tends to be far more to the, let's keep government out of everything, and let's choose to make up our own minds. And that seems to be something that was very heavily pushed amongst the different pagan cultures of Europe, many of the tribal societies of Africa, even most of the Asian countries. Now, Central and South America, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas, they had some very unique social structures, and we're not going to get into those today because those are very much their own microcosms that are very different from what I'm talking about in general here, which is that because you hold a moral code, because of things like karma as a pagan, it should make you more conservative in your actions and your choices, in that you're going to choose not to harm others, no matter what. And that tends to mean that you stay out of their business. Because unless they're coming to you asking for help, their business is their business. It doesn't pick your pocket. It doesn't break your leg unless they try to harm you. Well, thank you all again for joining me on this Spiritual Thursday. I hope that this discussion on karma has kind of opened your mind as to what it actually is and how it influences your world. I want to thank you all again for joining me. If you're here on Unapologetic Pagan, thank you for coming over and reading. If you are on YouTube or VidMe, please like and subscribe or upvote and follow. Also, feel free to leave comments on Unapologetic Pagan, VidMe, YouTube, wherever. I respond, I read, I pay attention to my comments and my viewers. Thank you all, and have yourself a lovely Spiritual Thursday.